Hi, I'm Kanisha. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to talk about Sense8 Season 2, Episode 3. I really wish Whispers hadn't killed Kroom. At least Kroom seemed like he was willing to give some information up to Will about what the hell is going on with BPO. So now there's some kind of class warfare isn't correct. There's some kind of internal struggle going on with BPO. I can't figure out if Whispers wants to keep BPO on the same path, and that's why he killed Kroom, or does Whispers want the Sense8s to be above humans? Or does he not want anything and he's taking orders from someone? The last one, that feels unlikely, but I guess it's possible. I'm really annoyed that I can't, that I don't know what he wants. And well, maybe that's not fair. I was going to say maybe this would be more interesting or more intriguing if we knew what he wanted at this point, and maybe the conflict would be I don't know, maybe it would up the ante or something if our Sense8s knew what Whispers wanted and they were trying to stop him, but maybe that's not fair. But right now we don't know what he wants. I just wish I knew. The mystery is interesting. What is he up to? Why is he doing what he's doing? I can't wait to find out what his motivation is. And why is he going, why is he killing Sense8? It just doesn't make sense to me. And if he wanted the sensoriums to be above humans in the food chain, it doesn't make sense to me why he would just be killing them off just because. I mean, Jonas did say in this episode any Sense8 could give birth at any time, but not any person could be a Sense8 because of genetic stuff. So does that make sense for Whispers to be killing them off maybe he just wants to risk it? But it seems like if he keeps killing Sense8s, there will be none left. And I feel like that's what Jonas implied to Will in, I think that was season 1. They were talking in I'm calling it a museum, I don't actually know. But Jonas said he wanted Sense8s to continue to exist and not go extinct. At least that's the impression I got from what he was saying. So, I don't know. I'm trying to talk this out and figure out what's going on, but I just don't get Whispers, and I wish I knew. I guess it's possible that Whispers just doesn't want BPO to change direction. We did learn this episode about one of the kids in Angelica's cluster, Todd, who doesn't like what he is. So could that mean Whispers is like that? And maybe he's on some kind of mission to eliminate the Sense8s? I don't know. I guess that's possible. But then again, with I think there was a flashback in the previous episode where Whispers were doing some kind of experiment. So maybe that's not it. I don't know. God, I'm dying to figure out what it is he wants. And then I expect everything that he's done will make sense because of it. So I wonder when that is. I hope that's not a finale kind of thing. I hope it's coming very, very soon. Now that he's killed Crew, maybe he's gonna give some kind of villain monologue about what he's doing and why he's doing it. So hopefully, I hope within the next couple of episodes there will be something about why he's, like, what is motivating him. Sun's little brother upped the ante this episode. I mean, I guess there's corruption can be anywhere in any sort of organization, so that part isn't totally surprising. It's just kind of hard to believe that a guy is able to go this far, especially when, you know, it's someone who is in prison and presumably can't do shit to you, so why are you scared? But I don't know. I mean, Sun is a bit of a coward, I guess. In the way that, in the lengths he would go to avoid something. So I guess par for the course. And he is, like, I guess they're still rich. I mean, I feel like the company would suffer a hit, and maybe he can't do as much embezzling as he'd want to. But I guess now that Sun's taken the fall and she's gone, maybe, like, all their clients trust them again. So I guess he's still got some money to throw around. And I can't wait to see what Sun does when she finds him. And now that she's escaped, and wow, that was a hell of an escape. And I always like seeing how the show films the, like, visiting and sharing that goes on with the Sense8. So every single shot of the other Sense8s in Sun's place was really cool, and I always love seeing that. But yeah, the escape was wild, and glad it worked out. But now that she's gone, I mean, word's gonna get back to him. So Sun finding him, I feel like it's going to be a lot harder than it would have been if she was able to just do her time. Maybe. But now she's out, like, little brother's gonna hear about it, or he's gonna send, like, another team in to finish the job or whatever. He's gonna find out. So yeah, I just wonder how that's gonna go. And I really liked hearing Sun's cellmate's friend's story. I really like that scene where they're having dinner together, and the friend is sharing her experience, and it was a really good scene. And it seems like they all have something in common, which is really just terrible men in their lives and their families. And I guess they all, well, not all, they handled it the best they could. But now that they're kind of bonded by going to prison, it's a wild experience. But I just really like that scene and how we learned about the friend. I am kind of sad that now that Sun's escaped, we have to leave her other cellmates behind. Like, they were cool to her at the very least. So, man, I kind of hate that they still have to do their sin. I mean, okay, to be fair, they did do the crimes that they're in prison for, so it's hard to get around that. But I'm still sad that they're, like, probably going to be out of the show now. And the escape finally happened. I had been thinking this was going to happen in season 1. and I couldn't wait to get to this point. Like, I was always expecting it, and now it's finally here, and it's all wrapped up in, like, it's all wrapped up with little brother's, like, bullshit. So that was, I'm surprised that it happened now, because I really was thinking, oh god, they're really gonna keep doing this. But glad she's out. And is she just gonna, like, be on the hunt for little brother? I mean, people are gonna be hunting for her because she escaped prison. So I wonder what's coming. And then her cluster is, like, out to get Whispers. I mean, I guess she can, like, come and visit or share whenever she's needed, so she can do other things. But she's, like, just gonna be on the run. I wonder what that's gonna be like. So I'm looking forward to seeing what is next for Sun. We meet Lila. Lila is another Sense8, and Wolfgang gets a lesson from her, I guess. I wonder if he knew what she was when they first made eye contact. Maybe it didn't matter, but I guess he would only really know once the, like, visiting stuff started happening and they weren't in the room with you. So he figures it out and they play a game. So I really wonder, like, how many Sense8s there are. And okay, so does this mean, no, I don't think it does. I was gonna ask, does this mean Wolfgang would be able to visit Lila's cluster? But no, I think what happened with Jonas in season 1 means that he can't, and she is the only person that can visit him, or that he can visit in her cluster. I kind of feel like this means Lila's going to turn up, like, visit Wolfgang at a very bad time for the same stuff that happened in this episode. Maybe. So could this, but it shouldn't. Even though I love them together, Colin and Wolfgang aren't together, so whatever Wolfgang's got going on with Lila, it doesn't affect stuff with Kala and her family and being with Rajan. So she shouldn't be mad that Wolfgang is being with other people. I just wonder, like, I just feel like Lila's gonna show up again in another episode, and it's just gonna throw a wrench into something. I hope it doesn't have anything to do with Whispers. Like, I hope Lila and Whispers haven't met before. I just wonder, because she knows about clusters, and she asked him, like, have you played outside your cluster? So either her Sense8 parent was much better than Jonas and was, like, actually forthcoming with information about who they are, or maybe she's, like, involved with BPO. I hope she's not. It feels like a huge leap to make since we know nothing about her, and she's, like, the assistant to this German, I don't know, black market businessman or whatever. So maybe Lila's just an assistant and has nothing to do with BPO. But I'm concerned about what might happen with her, because she's not going to be in one episode. So how is she going to show up again? How is she going to create conflict. I mean, I'm expecting her to like be some sort of an obstacle. I don't know that she's going to be very helpful with anything. I mean, I guess she could, but I don't know. I feel like maybe she's just gonna create more tension somehow. My favorite trio, LHD, they're house hunting. Man. I'm glad that Lito recognized his financial mistakes, I guess is the way to put it. He kept on spending money, and now that work is dried up a little, and they got kicked out of the previous spot. At least I hope that they're gonna be able to survive and live in a place where they can live privately and securely. Obviously there's people that now that they know Lito's gay, they're like, I don't know, don't care about him, maybe don't respect him as much or whatever. And like there was all that paparazzi that want to get into his business, so maybe with this new place they can be happy and secure and safe. And I love that I love that Danny kind of invited herself, but like based on like how they've been living before, it's not different, so might as well keep the ball rolling. I love that she's going to be with them, and I love that she loves them, because they need someone, especially since Joaquin kind of, well, not kind of, but did ruin their lives. So Danny's always going to be with them. Danny's going to always be a part of the family. I love seeing that and hearing that. And I love that Lito and Hernando are open to accepting Danny and whatever she's got going on. So the tub is the reason they're getting this apartment. They can all fit. Of course that's a sign. So Danny was right. Big enough that they can all fit in means it's theirs. So I'm glad that they're all still together. I can't believe these are my favorite characters. Because when this started, I was totally confused about why it was happening. But damn, they are absolutely my favorite people in this show. And I love that they're always together. I love their relationships with each other. I know I've said this in previous videos, but I love them. I love seeing them together. I am concerned about the like stacks of scripts that Lito got when he was in his meeting with his representation or agents, or whatever. And the lady, I don't know her name, but she gave me a bad feeling when Lito came to greet her. So didn't feel good about that reaction from her. I don't know if she really still wants to be on his team anymore. Like, I'm getting vibes that maybe she could be a leak with Lito. Like, I don't know, maybe this is unfair, but she kind of strikes me as the person that would get close to someone, like keep your friends close and your enemies closer type of situation. I don't think she thinks of Lito as an enemy, but just as someone, like maybe she finds Lito to be someone that, I don't know, I just feel like she would leak information about him to tabloids or something. Maybe that's unfair. I don't feel good about her, and I don't feel good about the stack of scripts that she hands him. I feel like Lito said that he was afraid to come out because he wouldn't get the roles that he wanted. And I feel like that's happening now. So whatever projects those scripts are, I just feel like he's not gonna like any of them. Ooh, he might be typecast now as like a certain kind of person now that his private life is public. So I don't feel good about the scripts. I don't feel good about her. I hope I'm wrong. So I've been wrong about a whole bunch of stuff, so maybe I'm wrong about this, and it'll be fine. And there's nothing to be worried about. So that's all I got for this episode. Last thing before I wrap it up, let me know in the comments, what did you think about this episode? I really enjoyed this. I really liked getting a little bit more information about BPO. I like that Will was able to speak to Kroom and kind of get some inside information about the struggles with BPO. I really liked meeting another Sense8. I love LHD every episode, so that's a given. And I love that Sun finally was able to escape. I've been hoping this would come much sooner, but we're here now, and I like that we're here. So yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments, what did you think? And that's gonna do it for me. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this video. As thanks for watching, I want to give you this wallpaper art I made. I think we could all use more queer art in our lives. Just click the link in the description to get it now.